Hey everyone, this is Serene and I'm playing on my orc. I've decided to make a video about how to get some Adena on Skelth. Unfortunately, I don't have that much free time lately, been swamped with work, so it's not gonna be much of editing going on here, but I just wanted to get some of this info out. This is personally my opinion, what I would do if I started as a new player on Skelth right now with my knowledge of Classic. This is some simple things that anybody can do and anybody should do to get started, and it will be really helpful and maybe teach you some good habits and lessons playing on Classic. The first thing, most important thing, is making alts. Yeah, I know most of you want to play your main. I want to make the class that you dream about, that you had no, like, you cannot wait to play and you can start leveling it, but unfortunately you will face quite the struggle making any sort of Adena initially, simply because the drop rate of Adena is not very high on Classic, and it's really slow and painful to play with no grade, mid no grade weapons, and even the weapon you get from the box for free is quite bad and ineffective. It uses double amounts of soul shots and spirit shots, so it's really bad. And my personal opinion, the best thing you can do is start making your alts, just as I am playing my orc right now. Even though I have a level 77 main character, you will find that making alts is quite an easy way to make free Adena, simply because of these boxes that contain soul shots and spirit shots, which means that you can basically, as long as you have a weapon, you can farm for free up to a certain extent until you spend them all. I don't know exactly what level that happened, but it's free Adena, and I've played this orc for some time. I already have 400,000 Adena, and this is it's like 1/4 of the price of a top shop degrade. So even though I'm 31, I have not spent that much time on this character. I've been simply using events and XP scrolls to get it really fast. So it's really not that much time, maybe 5 hours, 10 hours, something like this. It's not even that, most likely. So this is without counting any full drop I get that I have in the warehouse that I've turned into crystals, or just any other drop that I get, any materials. This is purely Adena. So this is one way you can do, and the other way you can make some early Adena, it's quite effective right now, is through fishing. And the way to do it is you need to level a one alt character to level 25, and I would recommend you, if you can afford it, to buy a second account for €2. Level an alt to 25 on it, and do a quest that will award you with the 10-day fishing pole, and use that. Try to fish for 24/7 as much as you can on this account, and I promise you, you will make a lot of Adena with that fish, because right now the prices of fish is sky high, and there is no going down on it. As far as I can tell, it's not going to go down right now. Everybody needs fish, fresh or normal fish. Everything sells. I'll post in the description exactly the type of profits you can expect, but some of my friends recently made like 20 million Adena just selling fish, and it's quite crazy. So it's something you should be doing. You should probably have enough Adena by the time you're 25 to buy fishing soul shots and and baits. Sorry, I'm drinking my coffee. So you should dedicate these accounts to fishing. Not to mention that it's a decent way to level up on alts. You can do it even on your main. To be honest, you can spend the 10-day fishing pole on your main if you want, if you prefer, while you farm Adena on alts. Since fishing gives you XP and skill points, you don't waste anything, and it's early on. It makes you level up quite easily. So what did we do so far? We had alts, we have fishing. Oh yeah. The other thing you can and you should do is make a level 1 alt, and since teleporting is free on Skelth, you should start checking all the high level spots and even mid level spots for people who don't pick up their loot. This is something some people underestimate, that can actually give you quite a lot of free Adena. Many people who level alts or even on their main who have so much Adena that they actually don't pick their loot, and you will not be able to pick any Adena since Adena is picked up automatically on Classic, but any other loot that you can find is free for the taking. I would really recommend you doing this. It's quite enjoyable to get free stuff, and it's a fair game. If they don't pick it, it's yours for the taking, in my opinion. And if it's important to them, they will have a PK character protecting their spots. Usually the PK characters in necropolises and catacombs. But you don't care because you're level 1, so who cares? If you get something, you get it. And something else you can also do is, as you start getting more Adena, you can spend more time in the monster racetrack. This is a place you can teleport to from any gatekeeper, or any of the town gatekeepers, and you should pay attention to the prices of different materials and items, and you can start shifting around cheap materials into expensive ones, even with not that much Adena. Simply you need to know what's a good price for certain materials, and you can get that idea by observing the market. This will probably take 1 or 2 weeks of observations, but if you are dedicated to it, you can become really proficient, and you can start turning small profit into huge profits, and you can start investing there. And Skelth has a really active marketplace, although it's quite hard to move stuff right now. If you are smart, you can do it, as was recently the situation with the price of thread on the market, which suddenly rose up from no value to 750 or something Adena per thread per piece, which is a crazy price. If there some people made quite a lot of Adena selling it, so you should definitely observe for good deals, buy cheap and sell high, and this is one of the ways you can make Adena if you're into that. My recommendation for you would be to make at least between 2 and 2.5 million Adena before you start playing on your main. I mean, at least seriously. With this you can buy a top D shop weapon, and you can buy a top D sept, and with this you will be set, and you can start playing on your main. And since you will be using a top D weapon, the free shots you get from the boxes are even more effective and even more profitable, and by the time you spend them all, you're already making profit and you're making gains towards your C grade items. So make sure you are as effective as possible, and do not waste these free shots that you get on your main. And so there is also a lot more information that's available right now, and I will be anything I come across that I think it's cool and it's good info, I will post in the description, or you can check yourself. And I also would recommend for you to be really active as a new player on Discord. I'll post a link to a Discord server of Skelth. If you are really active, if you are really active part of the community, I promise you that you will get sympathizers, you will get people who help you. There are people right now who are recruiting for their CPs, and it's my opinion that's a great way for a new player to get involved in Skelth quite quickly, depending on how motivated the player is. Of course, personally I recommend just for anyone to get a taste for a classic, because it's a really hardcore server, a lot harder than it used to be, and it's possible that it's not like everybody's cup of tea. Certainly many people have started here with great nostalgia but quit quite quickly because it's really hard, it's really unforgiving. You lose XP, you lose items on that, so there's quite a lot of things that can stop you from enjoying the game. Many of us do enjoy it and have been playing here for almost 3 years, so this is why Skelth is the best server. It's still alive to this day and always will be, but it isn't for everyone. Just before you commit to something, before you commit to a CP or make promises that you cannot uphold, you should get a taste from the game, level on your own, and then get involved with people. So these are some of my tips on what you can do. I think this is, if you do these things, in maybe 2 weeks you have enough Adena to buy everything you need in Degrade, and then you can start working on your level 40, which is quite difficult getting level 40 on Skelth, I will not lie. So if you manage to get level 40, and if you get top D on the way, and if you get C grades, you have my respect. It's really not easy as a new player to do this. Make no mistake, even if you quit level 40 or even before level 40, this doesn't mean that you're failed or something. You still put work, which is important, and maybe you realize this is not the game for you, but if you like it, you can continue, and I promise that you find many people who will be your friends and who want to play with you. So keep going and never give up, and if you get stuck anywhere and you need help, Discord is there for you, and you can contact me or any other old school player who will be there to help you, and make sure you do. And that's it for me. I'll continue leveling my my orc until I have this really nice sweet buffs, and thank you for watching.